Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing this stunning 2016 BMW M4. So this is a 3 litre manual, and yeah, it's just the base M4, it's not the comp or anything, but yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous looking car. I actually prefer the wheels on the normal car compared to the comp vehicles, so yeah, this one's finished in mineral white metallic. And yeah, a little bit of insight to the M4. Obviously, it was released for 2014 model year alongside with the M3, and it was the successor to the E93 M3 Cabrio. So yeah, obviously you had the F80, you had the F82 and the F83. The F82 is a coupe M4, and then the F80 was the saloon M3, which is basically the same car, just in different body styles. And yeah, obviously you got the chrome front grills on the normal car, and this one's got the optional adaptive xenon headlights, which are quite nice. And you've also got the halo, or sort of angel eye DRL, which is my favourite hallmark feature of the BMWs. Sort of flickers on camera. This one's also got the optional surround view camera system, so this puts 2 bumper mounted front cameras at the front here, and then a reversing camera, and with a combination of the two, you've got sort of a surround view system. Obviously this car's got the 19-inch 437M alloys, which came on all standard M4s. These ones are optionally painted in jet black gloss, so yeah, they've sort of got a ferret grey tint to them, diamond cutting lacquer tint on the outside, and then the middle and then the barrel is jet black, which is stunning looking. Like I said, in my opinion, these wheels look nicer than the comp alloys, and the comp alloys are 20-inch as well, along with the run flat low profile tyre style. It's very easy to buckle the wheels on these M cars, so yeah, having the 19-inch alloys just provides that extra cushioning and ride comfort. And yeah, you've also got chrome side vents here with the M4 logo, and you've got 380mm front, I think it's 370mm rear, M Sport compound brakes, so you've got the blue calipers there with the M logo, and you've got cross-drilled ventilated discs, stainless steel. Obviously this one's got some nice set of Michelin Pilot Sports, I think they are, yeah, Pilot Sport 4S's, which are nice, PS4S's, yeah, obviously very lovely. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning and convertible. You've also got the gloss black window trim and the gloss black aerodynamic M mirrors. They sort of designed them so they're more ergonomic. And yeah, obviously the M4 comes with a S55, which is a very rated engine and very common to BMW community, which is nice. I've just reviewed a couple M2s with an N55, obviously a different engine setup with S55 slightly. And yeah, obviously with the roof down, you've got the compartment here, and obviously it's a bit of a pain to try and put stuff underneath there, so what you can do is actually press this button and it lifts the whole entire clamshell off the rear, and you can actually store stuff, yeah, which is quite cool. The Merc SLs also had the same feature where the this roof bit just sort of raises a bit, but this whole compartment lifts, and you can actually raise the separator and have all your boot space. You've also got the Harman Kardon amplifier in the back there as well, with your fuse box and a little metal strut brace there, which is quite nice, and your tyre inflation kit and some oil. So yeah, obviously you need to close the separator back down if you do want to put the roof back down, and that separator has to be closed at all times in order for any roof operation to work. So yeah, like I said, this one's got a reversing camera, and in addition, obviously the surround view camera. All M4s come with a valved sports exhaust system standard as well, with chrome tailpipes. The comps added a black tailpipe, but I do think the chrome looks quite nice. And yeah, you've got sort of LED, I think the LED rear headlights, or on the LCI cars they had that, but yeah, this one's got the extended merino leather in black. All M4s came standard with extended merino leather, and yeah, it's absolutely stunning. You've got white stitching, and this one's got the optional convertible comfort pack, which gives you heated steering wheel, air scarf, and also an optional wind deflector, which is stored behind the rear seats here, and this can just be folded out. And yeah, obviously on the pictures on our website you can see it, they slot into these 4 holes, and yeah, sort of block out wind noise, which is quite nice. And yeah, you've got sort of a ski hatch looking thing here. It doesn't have a through loading option, but yeah, you've got 2 cup holders in the middle, aircon vents in the rear, and a 12-volt socket. And yeah, obviously very nice. You've got Harman Kardon tweeters and speakers in the back there, along with A-pillar speakers. And all M4s came standard with 14-way electrically adjustable front seats. So you've got 8-way electric, 2-way bolster support, which is electric, and 4-way lumbar. And you've obviously got 2 set memory for the driver, which is quite nice. And yeah, obviously very lovely. You've got cruise control standard, the M Sport steering wheel, and you've got leather cladding on the armrest and door panel here. On the top here, you need to get a full merino leather option to have some more sort of leather, but yeah, obviously it's still decent plastic leather. This has got the shadow pearl chrome trim as well, with the aluminium blade option trim, which is about 300 quid. It just gives you a nice looking aluminium trim. And this one's obviously got the very desirable and very rare 6-speed manual transmission, the ZF6, which is a very rare option on these. There's only 10 off about over 600 cars on Auto Trader with this option. I definitely prefer the manual. I think it's 10 times better than the DCT. A lot of owners who I've spoken to have said with the DCT you need to do gearbox GTS reflashes and stuff and remaps, because the gearbox on the DCTs, in my opinion, it's very jerky, it slips gears, and it's not very fun driving it. And when you do get it going, it is very quick, but I think the manual does offer a completely unparalleled driving experience with rev matching and the option to even turn that off as well, which the M2s don't even have, but this literally you have an option for that. You've obviously got electric folding mirrors, which is nice as well. And yeah, you've got a double latch bonnet, you've got electric windows, which can be all opened using this master switch here. And yeah, this has got obviously the optional air scarf with 3 heat settings. This is very nice for sort of a cold day when you want the roof down. And it's still even got a plastic on here. Obviously these M logos illuminate on the headrests here as well. And yeah, it's very nice. You've got 2-zone climate control standard with heated front seats, and you've obviously got heated steering wheel as part of the Convertible Comfort Pack, like I said. And you've got the M1 and M2 buttons standard on the M2 comps, the M3s and the M4s. So this allows you to just program different modes you want. I've programmed this mode to be full Sport Plus and this mode to be full Sport, because in Sport Plus the rev match manual doesn't actually work. So yeah. You've obviously got the M View heads-up display, which can be configured. You can just have a normal heads-up display or the M View, which in my opinion is nicer. You've got the speed limit display option as well, and obviously it's just flickering a bit on camera, but it's really nice, that rev, the M gauge there, and it tells you when to sort of shift. Yeah, you've obviously got the digital electronic rev gauge on here as well, which shows yellow and red. It starts dropping over time to obviously increase the red line, to let you know that the car's warmed up. The temps there, obviously you've got a physical dial for the temp, unlike the M2. You've got a reversing camera, like I said, and yeah, you've obviously got the surround view, which yeah, is there. You've got the side views here, and then the rear. These cameras sort of cover a 180-degree wide angle view of the car. You don't really have a front view, but yeah, it's sort of more like a 270-degree view system, in all fairness. But yeah, very nice gearbox. Obviously I do love the manual, and you've got obviously the rev range there, which is nice, and you've got your different options. But like I said, M1 and M2 can all be bunched up and configured for all these options. You've got this the engine, which determines the throttle response and the exhaust valves opening. You've got suspension, which softens and dampens it, or hardens and stiffens it. And then you've got the steering, which makes it more aggressive. A lot of people said they do like the electronic, the electromagnetic powered steering on the M4. The E92s and the M3s had hydraulic power steering, I think. So yeah, so there's a bit of a different driving feel. And you've got a Pro Navigation standard on all cars as well, along with this one's got the optional, they didn't offer Apple CarPlay in this car, but it has had the Apple CarPlay programmed into the system, and it is a full screen BMW genuine Apple CarPlay, not some sort of aftermarket retrofitted one, which is very nice, obviously. And it's got full BMW service history. Obviously it's been done relatively recently. It's had a full spark plug, full major service, and it's had a running in service under 1,000 miles ago, when the car was practically brand new. Running in service is very crucial on these cars, because effectively what BMW M cars have is very tightly machined tolerances on the engine blocks and the crankcases. And what you're driving when you're driving around not having that running in service done is you're basically driving around with metal shavings in the oil and the sump and going through the engine system, which is not very nice. The running in service, not having that done will void your warranty. So it's very nice that the car's got it, and it does sort of produce a longevity of the engine. You've got air conditioning as well, and some storage here with a 12-volt socket, USB type 2, and some cup holders in the middle here. Obviously get wireless phone charging, I think is standard, and another USB type 2 of auxiliary. It's got a little snap band here, so you just put your phone in there and a blue light illuminates there. But yeah, obviously really nice. It's just gorgeous. It's got, like I said, the Harman Kardon Logic7 Surround sound system with a Logic7 and inbuilt equalizer on the iDrive. And yeah, you've got the speaker cones and the tweeters. I think it's about 420 watts. It's quite decent, around 11 speakers from what I remember. And yeah, you've sort of got the generic style BMW key as well. You know straight away it's an M car because it's got the silver surround on the key. If it's got a blue one, it will be an M Sport or a half M car typically. So yeah, this one's a full fat M4, which is quite nice. I do like the ferret grey and jet black sort of tinted alloys, which is lovely. And yeah, I think it's 2 owners. I think it was an ex-demo, yeah, at Manchester. It was Williams Manchester, from what I remember, so it could have potentially been an ex-demo. You've got lovely heads-up display, and under the bonnet you've got the glorious 3-litre straight 6 twin turbocharged S55. So this is basically the M2, the OG M2's forged N55, so it's got all the forged internals, but they called it the S55 because obviously it's an M engine, and all M engines start with an S. And this ditched the single scroll, the twin scroll single turbo supplied by Mitsubishi, and added twin turbocharging. So it's got twin monoscroll turbochargers. So yeah, a set of 2 monoscroll turbochargers. So very nice. Full-on twin turbo, very nice. Around 414 horsepower or 420. The comps added it up to 444 or 450, depends on PS or horsepower. But yeah, you've got the carbon fiber strut brace, which is a hallmark feature of the M2 comp, the M3 and the M4 of the F83 series. And yeah, very nice. It stiffens the car, makes it more rigid through corners, and obviously with the car being convertible, it does handle very surprisingly well. A lot of people may stand there and complain that the convertible doesn't handle as well because obviously the body's not as rigid, but it is a hard top, which does help out with that, and it's not a soft top. And you've also got a sort of bonnet vent bulge here as well, which is raised into the body, which looks a bit more aggressive, and a more aggressive front bumper. You've obviously got front and rear parking sensors as you'd expect, and a black underpainted mirrors there, and yeah, gloss black, a double slatted M grille, which is just absolutely stunning. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, so today I'll be test driving the BMW M4. So this is an F83, obviously, with the S55. And it's an extremely rare manual model. There's not many on the market which are manual. Most of them are DCT. Obviously, being around 600 plus cars are DCT, and then the manuals, there's only about 10 of them. And that's with a mixture of coupes and convertibles, both being comps and regular cars as well. So yeah, let's just start it up. So obviously I've just programmed M1. Which is basically just, I've programmed, on the M4 you get programmable buttons, so yeah, it's obviously quite loud now, but yeah. But yeah, very nice. Obviously it's been a bit of a while since I drove a manual. Drove the M2 a couple months ago, which is quite nice, but yeah. Let's just put the roof down real quick. It's nice that you can put a roof down whilst moving. I do really like the convertible design. Obviously, people probably go for coupe because it's a bit more rigid, but the convertible offers a nice drop top sort of yeah, feeling, which is quite nice. And yeah, obviously does look quite nice. Hard tops I prefer to soft tops really. I don't really think soft top convertibles look that nice. But yeah, sort of with a convertible hard top, you wouldn't really know it's yeah, you sort of wouldn't really know it's a convertible. But yeah, obviously I've just programmed M1 and M2. That's sort of what you get on the M2 comp and the M3 and M4s on the F series. So yeah, it's just some programmable buttons which you can just customise settings for. I put everything on Sport Plus with the M View heads-up display. But yeah, obviously the S55 does have that very grumbly deep tone to it. Obviously the S55 is basically the M2's forwarded N55, but with the exception of what they did is they removed the Mitsubishi supplied twin scroll single turbocharger, the big fat twin scroll turbo, and they added 2 large twin turbos. Obviously they're both monoscroll, so the S55 has twin turbo setup, both monoscroll turbochargers, so yeah, single scroll, big fat turbos, very nice, very minimal turbo lag as well, and yeah, obviously it sounds definitely the part. And yeah, obviously you've got the M View HUD, which only comes on the M cars, the M3, 4, 5, 6 and the X5 and 6M have the M View heads-up display with your rev gauge, and you've also got electronic rev limit gauge as well on the rev limiter, which glows in orange and then red, and it slowly turns down. And also the M4 has rev match, but this is obviously, I think, only available in sport and comfort. You can't actually have the, yeah, so obviously you've got that sort of stuff. You've got Pro Nav as well, which is nice. But yeah, just definitely a very nice car. You can also change the traction control. You can have DSC on, DSC off, or you can have it in the middle, which is like dynamic sort of traction. But yeah. Obviously just go through all the settings basically. But yeah, sport's basically the best mode to drive in the engine mode, in my opinion, because you have the exhaust valves opened, but at the same time you have the rev match. What BMW implemented was the Sport Plus setting was for the ultimate experience, where you don't even have rev matching, you've just got natural manual driving. But yeah, it definitely does sound lovely, and they drive really well. The convertible is surprisingly quite rigid and sturdy. All M3 and M4 F80 models or F8X models came with carbon fibre strut brace. It does sound really lovely, obviously. Yeah, like I said, the engine comes with a carbon fibre reinforced lacquered strut brace, so this sort of makes the front end a bit more rigid and strengthened. So yeah, obviously it does improve the handling a bit at the front end and all around the car a little bit. The coupes obviously come with a carbon fibre reinforced plastic roof, but sadly the early models had lacquer pill because they didn't lacquer them enough on the top there. So yeah. Yeah, definitely does sound the part, and it is a very sporty car, I must say. Things, you know, you've got the double wishbone sort of suspension, yeah, you've got air scarf as well. The convertibles can only be optioned, only convertibles can be optioned with a convertible comfort pack. It gives you heated steering wheel, wind deflector, and the air scarf, which blows hot air on 3 different settings, which is nice. We call it air collar, but Merc call it air scarf, and that's what I've always known it as. So yeah, obviously just a really gorgeous looking car, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.